All right, welcome to episode 15 of Battletech, A Time of Total Warfare. It's been like 6 weeks for us since we've gotten back together, so if you're watching this live or on YouTube, we will probably have like an hour-long intro, and then we'll have like a half an hour in-character recap, because as you might know, we haven't played in a long-ass time, and we probably don't remember how or what was happening, and then finally, this is the beginning of the final arc of season 1. So who knows? Maybe English somehow just fucking lucks out and headshots all the enemies, and this could be the last episode of season 1. Unlikely.
It has been known to happen.
But he has called 2 headshots and managed to land them. It's fucking crazy.
I know, I love it. I love it when...
If you're catching us just after the one shot we did, gosh, what was it? Oh, the Solaris Arena. I just want to remind all the Battletech fans that I've never talked about Battletech to other people, and it never occurred to me when reading the novels that Solaris might be pronounced Solaris. So please don't send me emails telling me that it's Solaris. I'm going to continue to call it Solaris forever, because that's what I've been calling it for 20 years. 20 years, and it's not changing.
Been calling it Solaris.
This is it. This is how it begins. All right, great. A lot has happened in the world and media entertainment. We're past the dark side of anime, and we're in the new stage. Darling in the Franxx has been something. That's it. Let's do some intros. We're gonna start with Rad, because we haven't heard from him forever, and he's got stories to tell us about shit.
I have so many stories, I can't tell them all. So
I almost believe you when you say that.
I will answer some questions from chat as I do my intro here.
Great.
If there's any cool ones. I've been gone. I've been at a military exercise. It's not a mystery. There's nothing secret about it. So I'm fully free to talk about, well, with the exception of like 2 things, I'm fully free to talk about any of it. So
the aliens, you can't talk about that shit.
I've been posting pictures of my predicament and stuff on Arthur's Discord. So if you're keyed into that, you could have been following along with my shenanigans over the last month, I guess. So yeah, I was a military exercise called CSPX. I don't know, some number of letters in a row with the letter C at the beginning. You can actually Google it. It's kind of a big deal. That basically the general of the United States Army Reserve got this crazy idea that he was going to establish Ready Force X, which was a reserve status where a number of units would be ready to deploy within 72 hours of notice. And I got involuntarily transferred to one of those units. So basically, they're like, this unit, you guys are all, we're going to put you on this status. You have to be ready to go in 72 hours. And they're like, now you have to pull in enough personnel to put your staffing at 100%, basically. So people from all over Texas, people from Oklahoma, people from Florida, there's even like a guy from Oregon, like they all have to travel now to meet and train in Dallas, Texas. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So I'm in this unit. So part of the idea is we go and we do these annual trainings so that in theory we're already trained up so that we don't have to, like the way it works now, I don't know if people know this or not, but if you're a reservist and you're like, all right, you're going to get deployed to Afghanistan, they give you like 8 months to get ready to go. And then on month 8, they send you to what's called the MOB station, where you go there and you become full-time Army and you train up there for 2 to 3 months. That first like 2 to 3 months of your deployment is in like fucking New Jersey, like learning how to shoot, move, and communicate all over again. And then they send you to Afghanistan from there. So the idea is we do this training instead, and then instead of mobbing for 3 months, we mob for like 20 days, and then we're in country. I probably should not give my personal opinion about the quality of this plan.
Look,
on Twitch.
I'll give you a personal opinion, motherfucker. When did we stop naming operations dope ass shit? Like, I'm not saying you got to name it Operation Bagration, right? But Desert Storm, Desert Shield,
Shield.
That was some enduring freedom, right?
Yeah,
At least they're trying.
Yeah, Ready Force X, which
X stands for extreme.
When I first heard it, I turned immediately to my left, found the first soldier I could make eye contact with to confirm that we were both thinking Ready for Sex. I'm like, we were like, really? Did nobody say this out loud before they decided to name this initiative this? Like, that worst fucking idea ever. Did it just suddenly get darker in this room? I feel like my light balance is trying to do weird things. Or maybe it's my screen getting darker. Definitely my screen because my computer's not plugged in. But anyway, so that's where I've been. I've been in Kentucky, which fuck Kentucky. It's now on my shit list of states in the United States of America. I'll never go back there if I don't have to.
New Jersey, motherfucker. That should be at the top.
Have I been to New Jersey? I don't know if I've
fuck
been.
New Jersey. Worst drivers in the entire world.
Right, the top of my list is Missouri. I don't even want to get in a plane and fucking fly over Missouri. Like, I don't want to go anywhere near that state.
What's your beef with Missouri, motherfucker?
I went to basic training in Missouri in the winter, and it was...
I mean, that's a legitimate excuse, but really...
It was one of the worst things that ever happened. I loved basic training. Was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but waking up every morning and having your camel pack freeze solid in a cube of ice by the time you're done with your 6-mile morning run, doing your first PT test in 2 feet of snow, while all the drill sergeants laughed at you because they knew you couldn't pass it anyway. Missouri fucking weather sucks balls, so I'll never go back there in my life.
Let me ask you a question, Rad.
Yeah,
have you been a drill sergeant and had to do that to people since then?
I have not gone to drill sergeant school and been a drill sergeant, but I have been in charge of large scale training for not initial entry soldiers, but immediately after that. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm not a drill sergeant. Okay. Never been a drill sergeant.
Okay.
I've made people do some dumb shit.
Listen, I've heard you on this show. I'm aware of some of the dumb shit you think of.
But I've never made people
That's nothing.
take a PT test in the snow. I can honestly say that. Some of the stuff that Butch McGurk has made people do have been based on true stories. But
somehow not surprised by this.
Anyway, that does not include murdering people with tear gas, by the way. But some of the other stuff, maybe apologizing.
Wow. I mean, you really should not admit to war crimes on my stream. I'd appreciate it. So
apologizing to plants for stealing the oxygen that they make, that is definitely a real life thing.
Oddly enough, I actually said that to one of my employees just a few days ago.
Good, I'm glad.
That's fucked up.
Walk over there right now to that plant and apologize for stealing its oxygen.
For all the oxygen that worked so fucking hard to make us. You piece of shit.
I feel like I'd have trouble working for you, Sid.
I thought he was gonna cry.
Yeah, that's why are you guys laughing? That's wrong. That's fucking wrong.
Anyway.
Negative reinforcement, what do you expect?
So that's
what happens when you ask a question that is just so dumb.
There are no stupid questions,
that
Sid.
It makes me question
there are only
your
stupid
sentience.
Then that person must have had all those.
I would always tell my students that. I always told me when I was teaching, I was always like, there's no such thing as a stupid question. And then when they ask dumb questions, because of course they would, right? Because there is
that's a stupid question.
We all know that there is such thing. I would just stare at them. And I would not stop. I would stop the lesson and I would stare for 15 minutes. I would stare at a kid until they just looked down in shame. I'm like, I don't have to tell you that was a stupid question. I'm just going to wait till you feel like that was a stupid question. And then we'll move on and we'll all pretend like it never happened.
God, we've used a lot of similar tactics, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Some motherfuckers right here.
So I lived in a tent. My tent was posh enough to have a concrete slab. So I did have a concrete slab, which was a little bit of a double-edged sword because
it's cold as shit, motherfucker.
Cold as fuck. But also, it wasn't how it was called our training site had a French drainage system. I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, but that's what I overheard somebody saying. So I'm just going to say it like it's gospel. And it was basically like rocks. Everything is rocks, and it has like a slope with like kind of a retention area where we park the vehicles and stuff. So the idea is all the water goes through the rocks and away. But kind of the way that the concrete slabs were situated and the way the rocks were, it did not drain the water away from the tents very well. So every time the snow melted or it rained, the entire concrete slab would be covered in water. So any of your, because we didn't have like lockers or anything, we had cots. You have your cot and that's it. That's the only furniture you own. So anything you have on the ground, which is everything, got wet every time it rained. And it rained every day. I think there was one day it didn't rain. And it rained that night instead. So it was basically wet. Imagine not stepping on dry ground for 4 weeks, roughly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucked. And the heaters each heater is supposed to heat one tent because we do have generators and heaters running, but each heater was hooked to 3 tents. So instead of it being 20 degrees outside and say a cozy like 50 degrees in the tent, it was like 20 degrees outside and like 29 degrees inside the tent. So it was cold everywhere.
Sounds like the person running your base, by the way, was playing RimWorld instead of SimCity.
Yeah, they were trying to like edge out all of their resources and spread them as thin as possible.
Exactly.
And all of your little guys, like their morale is like amber and red, but they're getting by, so it's fucking fine.
You just need to give them a beer occasionally, and they won't go around murdering everyone.
And then on like 2 days, it got up to like the 60s. Like nobody cut off the heater, so it just fucking heated those things up to like 90 degrees inside the tent. So it was fucking miserable. So we actually went out there and drained all the fuel out of the generator, so it would just fucking cut off and not run that heater anymore. And then when you went to work in the morning, so you wake up and fucking balls early and you get in your vehicle, which doesn't have a heater, of course, or it does, but it takes like 30 minutes for the heater to go. You drive over to work, and where you work, it's just another set of tents. So like, there's no like reprieve. There's no getting out of it. You're in the outside all day or all month. Well, it wasn't that bad. That's the gist of where I've been. There are a lot of small stories, but I feel like those will come out like kind of organically. So I'm not going to go into like long series of stories of stuff that happened. Basically, if you go and you Google U.S. Army Reserve exercise, like everything we just did is like on the front page. So we were in pretend South Korea, repelling pretend North Korea back across the 48th parallel. So that was basically the exercise, or most of it. The first part of it was all warrior task training, so like basic training level shit. Like, can you shoot, move, and communicate? Can you fucking put your gas mask on in 9 seconds? Can you fucking kill the bad guy? All that kind of stuff. Am I saying funny things, or am I missing funny things?
No, I'm sorry. Someone sent me something on Reddit. I'm going to post it in Battletech chat. My bad. Yeah.
That's me. That's where I'm going. I lost like 12 pounds, so that was kind of cool, I guess. I had nothing to eat but MREs. If you've ever had an MRE, you feel my pain, I guess. I had nothing to eat but MREs for about 5 weeks. And if you're one of those people like EQ, fucking EQ, if you're watching this show, fuck you, okay?
Yeah, fuck you, EQ. I don't even know what you're saying about him, but fuck EQ, for real.
I love you. I love you, but fuck off.
For real.
People who say MREs are good, or that they would like eat our MRE for like a dinner in their normal civilian life, okay? Fuck off. Fuck off with that. That, sure. But after you've had nothing but three MREs a day, which again are like 2,500 calories. So I was eating like 5,000 calories a day. When you had 3 of those things a day for 5 weeks, after about a week, it all starts to taste like different flavored dog food because it's all the same texture. It's all the same, it's all the same dehydrated like bullshit. It's basically what it is. It becomes torture, and your stomach has to adjust. So there's a lot of intestinal action that's happening there over the first of all, nothing happens. The entire downstairs department shuts down for about 4 or 5 days, and then when operations resume, it's
fucking express train,
fucking volcanic. Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know. It's like passing pavement bricks. Like it's pretty bad. And then when you reintroduce normal food, it's the opposite. It's like a goose So
So when you suddenly eat
What the
like
fuck
really
is wrong
spicy
with you
food or
people?
Chinese-
Jeez.
it's like going from eating
I feel like I've just been swearing this entire stream, and that's all I'm doing.
going from eating like bowls full of pure fiber to going and eating like Chipotle like every day. Like it's just like total contrast.
Wow, you just dunked on Chipotle. Okay.
Hey, I have a Chipotle cup right here. I had Chipotle for dinner, but we all know what happens on the back end of Chipotle. Okay, let's not kid ourselves here. There's a whole South Park.
Let's just say that 7 o'clock break can't get here fast enough.
Yeah. We're
Poop
already
jokes, really? Is that what the stream has come to? Gentlemen,
Hey,
we're all in our 20s and 30s. We can
We're
stand above
adults.
this.
we can talk about.
Yes,
what
Sid, I know
happens.
you're older than 30.
Hey, I'm older than 30.
I get.
Are
I get
you?
The, I get the joke.
Are you
that
serious?
I had
How
Chipotle.
old are you, Rad?
Older than 30? How old do you think I am?
I thought
How
you
old
were
did
like
think I was?
29.
Holy fuck.
I even thought Brad was over his 30s. I don't know.
Really?
I'm not 29.
I mean, I
knew
thought
he
his
was
kids
not.
looked pretty young.
I'm not over my 30s. I'm just over. Settle down. Jesus Christ.
I think he's like 35.
Actually, my birthday is this month, and I will be turning 36. So you are correct. I am 35.
I'm usually good at guessing ages.
Well, yeah,
about
you
me?
couldn't have guessed much better than that because you were right. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got for now. I'll go back and look at the chat because I wasn't able to look at it.
Pondo, I generally want you to guess my age.
I feel like I should know your age.
33.
I do know his age.
Jesus.
Oh, no, he's not that old.
Sid, how old do you think I am?
33.
These
No.
motherfuckers.
Arthur's not even 30 yet. He's like 20.
I was born in 1986, motherfucker. I'm 31.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I mean, I was
29.
off by 2 years. It's not bad.
I was gonna say 29.
How
think
old
I'm
am I,
old,
Pongo?
though. Listen, the reason you think I'm older
37.
than I am is because I complain about
thank
dying.
you. I'm older than that.
42.
Fuck you.
All right, at least you got a range.
I thought Sid was like 5 years older than me. If 5 years.
I'm 38. I will be turning 39
Oh, so I
in
was
June.
1 year off the first
Okay.
guess.
Okay. Okay.
All right, look, before we continue insulting people, we got to continue with intros. So, Pondo, why don't you say about 5 words and we'll go to the next person?
I was
You're really
actually-
asking him to stretch it this time.
Listen, I've been
hurts.
waiting weeks to get that one out.
That really hurts.
That one's
true,
been
but it
stewing for a
hurts.
while. Tell us about yourself and what you've been doing, Pondo. It's been 6 fucking
I've-
weeks. There's no way you could say that nothing has happened. It's literally impossible for a man to live 6 weeks in his life and have nothing happen.
I mean, it's what could be considered nothing for me could be considered something for.
God
other
damn it,
people.
Pondo. Intro yourself.
I'm Pondothemad. Play video games and stuff. That's what I've just mostly been doing past few weeks. Just been playing video games like Neo, hating myself because I'm playing it. For some reason, I like it. I don't know why. I hate Dark Souls. I don't know why I hate Dark Souls, but I'll play like Bloodborne or Neo. I don't know why.
Because Dark Souls isn't fun.
Yes, but it's like the Bloodborne is pretty much Dark Souls except
Fun?
a lot of blood.
Wow. It's like Dark Souls, but fun. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I can't say. I can't attest. It is like Dark Souls, but fun. And Neo is like in some ways harder because because people like to use up invincibility frames, but there's none of those in Neo. Just a mess. And I don't know how long. I think I've been playing like 10, 20 hours of that so far. I don't know where I am as far as like the thing. I found out at one point I accidentally overleveled myself, so it made it real easy. But then suddenly when everything caught up to me, I got my ass kicked again. There's no winning in those games.
I'll give you a warning with Neo. Don't eat the fish.
That makes me think of Divinity, where all the fish is tainted with void.
Yeah, there's a certain fish. If you eat it, it will kill you. It's an ending.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then I've completely run out of other ideas. But hey, you got more than 5 words. out of me.
Streams? Come on. Twitch,
JK.
Twitter, YouTube.
Although
I haven't done any of the streams
Yeah.
in so long.
I'm
man.
so
I don't-
sad.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think I've completely. finished the game. I'm thinking of Near Automata, not near.
English, let's hear from you.
I'm Englishmudkip, and I've been playing the shit out of freaking Astroneer.
I don't know what that is. Tell me more.
It's a space survival game. You pick a cosmetic character and then land on a planet, and then just find a research item, find plant freaking balls, research them, get more research points, research new stuff that you can put on your little base, and then basically drive around on a rover, build a shuttle to go to other planets and start off new bases and stuff. It's fun, but it's in early access at the moment still.
Early access. Yes.
Yeah, I've lost half it. And with the rovers, you can build 2 rovers and stick them together. I've lost 1 of those rovers just out of nowhere. But yeah, you could die pretty easily if you're not paying attention. Either get hit in the head with a freaking square cube from a dust storm, or get spiked by a freaking white mushroom. That's no joke.
This game
Is
sounds
some-
confusing.
I would say, is this some game about drugs in real life?
Yeah, I mean,
No, it's a giant white
What-
mushroom that shoots
What
spikes.
game is this?
Astroneer.
Astroneer.
It's on
I've never
Steam.
heard
I don't know.
it.
I've heard the name, but I think I'd give it a miss because it's like one of those.
I was gonna
crafting
say,
games or some shit.
SidAlpha, having not heard of a game, I would have thought you'd have
It
reviewed it
does
and released a
involve
Dirty
craft.
Devs video on it.
No, yeah, I looked at it. I actually moved on because it looked like it had an interesting premise, but it was still way too early access-y for me.
Yeah, at the moment it's in 0.
He needs to wait for all the juicy dirt coming.
Well, it's like a crafting survival type game, so I'm not even going to bother touching a game like that until it's closer to a completed state.
That's
Because
completely
otherwise,
fair.
I know that I'll just not be pleased with it at all.
Yeah, at the moment it has no real story to it, if there is ever going to be a story to it. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a good time chewer.
Anything else going on with you?
Waiting for an email from a company,
Mhm.
Liverpool Philharmonic. So hopefully I hear back from them soon. If it's a yes or no to an interview. So really hope I get a yes from them for an interview.
Excellent. Sid, what's going on with you?
Let's see.
You want to release any more thoughts about Sea of Thieves and how you want to take a giant shit all over it?
No,
You
I
missed
think
that,
I-
Rad.
I
You
think
fucking
I've
missed
done
it.
pretty well
We
already.
battled. Listen, it was like some anime level battling. We destroyed the Earth and we're sailing across the sky with our battle, swinging 6-foot long swords.
I will say one thing.
But there was
for-
nothing under the planet because all they had time to develop was the trees. There was
No,
nothing
you're a
underneath it.
motherfucker.
All
You're
I will
muted,
say
Rad.
is that
I was just saying, but the water was rendered beautifully.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
The
absolutely.
sailing physics were pretty good, except for in irons.
But there's no wake on the ship.
You know, my brother said some pretty negative
fuck is
things
that?
about it too, which made me sad. But I'm
When
still, I'm still bitching
wait,
up
Rad,
again.
I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you this. When the fuck are you getting it so that we can play?
Soon, very soon,
All right,
very
good.
soon.
I might
Yes.
get it.
Oh geez, Arthur doesn't want to play the game with me. I see how it is. Yeah.
You listen, yeah, you're right. I don't want to play with you.
So my
It'll
brother-
literally be 3 hours of selling around in a circle, and you'll be like, Arthur, we haven't invented any content yet. And I'll be like, motherfucker, we've destroyed 3 ships in the process. We killed a ton of people, and then we looted their corpses. And you'll be like, but Arthur, there's no storyline. And I'll be like, that's it. I'm turning the ship around and going back to port.
Look,
My brother plays on
I'm
console.
not looking for a storyline. I'm just looking for more shit to do than
I'll
what's-
show you what to do, Sid. I'll show you what to do. What you should really, really do.
Luckily, they are going to be adding, from what I've heard, AI ships that sail around.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's because that's
Look, they have a plan to keep the people in their office employed past the launch date. And that's not a bad thing.
Mm.
They're going to keep adding stuff to the game. I like where it's at. It'll probably get better. Sid, it's still your intro,
Welcome to the-
but
welcome to
skip
the-
Sea of Thieves, please.
Welcome to the future of live service games, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's been an interesting week. Obviously, we had the unfortunate incident at YouTube HQ a few days ago. So I was there was a lot of misinformation that was getting spread around on Twitter, to the point where Twitter said if you keep spreading around misinformation, we will start shutting down accounts. So I was like, I was live tweeting things like shouting out sources and everything like that, places that people could go to find reliable information. And it was something that was very interesting to me is this sort of thing was only a big deal because of where it took place. Otherwise, it would have been just a footnote, and that's really sad. But so I did release a huge video on that, and that ended up upsetting a lot of people because it wasn't gaming news. So I feel like I'm a little pigeonholed a little bit by some of my viewers, and I'm not quite sure how to break out of this shell, because I thought it was a topic that was very much worth discussing, but that ended up angering a lot of people for some reason. So I don't know. It's been an interesting time. Thankfully, no one lost their lives except for the shooter. So there is that. And aside from that, yeah, I've been working on larger commentary videos. Decided to just, instead of doing like a 10-minute video or whatever, I'm going to spend a few extra days developing a more thought out version, put more quality into the videos as opposed to quantity, as I think I've been slowly degrading a little bit in that note. So a lot more behind the scenes stuff for me this week, and a lot of Here's the Storm with a bunch of people. Played with EQ a few nights, English and
Sofang.
Sofang.
Hey, Rad.
Hey,
just
yeah,
want
what?
to interrupt you real quick and let you know to go fuck yourself. Sorry, Sid. You go ahead and you continue.
That's perfectly fine.
Rad sent me an email to my personal account about how to pronounce Dolores. Couldn't even send it to my APGamingREAL account. Sent it to my literal fucking personal account. And I'm like, who would email me in the middle of the show? Who would dare give me the raspberry?
This guy right here.
Speaking of, the new Battletech game from Harebrained Schemes is coming out later this month, which I'm super excited for that. I sent them an email directly saying, like, guys, I know I'm a Kickstarter backer, but we've chatted a lot. We're kind of like bros. So help me out. Throw me a key so I can get access to review the game before it comes out. And then all of a sudden, silence. Like, okay, so not much, I guess.
Sure, but remember that they literally have their own fucking studio full of streamers that are running that shit. So
No, I know, but
they might be cool with you, bro, but they're running a business
that cool.
on revealing their game.
So I'm not feeling the love there. So I doubt I'll get access to that game early, which I wanted to. I wanted to be able to get out a review on release day, or if not a day before, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that's unfortunate for me, but I'm still looking forward to the game either way, because it's been looking great. I am looking forward to a storied Battletech game. We haven't had one of those in a long time. Long time.
I just hope the water looks awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope they actually take the time to bother to have, wake. I think that would be a good thing.
I want to see actual steam coming out of anywhere where there's a heat sink.
Like Arthur's ears.
I want to say over the break, I've been like figuring out how to do makeup and shit so that my face doesn't get all red and blotchy on streams, and so that when I get extremely angry with my cast, it doesn't show on my face. But yeah, like, I'm a simmering pot of rage right now, so I don't know if you can tell or not, but
I saw you pamper yourself like a little pretty princess.
No. Hey, English, just real quick, go fuck yourself.
Yay.
It's all right for a broadcaster in their 30s to put on makeup if they're a dude. Don't try to make this a sexist thing. Don't be a piece of shit about this, English. Look at you. You're literally wearing a shirt with a collar, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Look at you. Jesus Christ.
I wanted to be in character.
Yeah, I
Me
wanted to
too.
be in character too. I'm fucking God.
Helmet.
I wish I had some makeup. I'm looking really red right now from all the laughing.
You are
that
looking
I'm
red
doing.
right now.
A little sweaty also.
A red box, like my dad gets in the summer.
EQ showed up after we told him to go fuck himself a couple times.
Oh man, you missed it, buddy.
Oh,
So
hey.
it's like saying Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Too many times. You tell EQ to go fuck himself enough times, he shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good trick. I shall remember this trick.
Oh, he even. Oh man.
All right, so I want to give a quick shout out to all the people that subscribed before this stream, then subscribed after the stream started, who have followed the stream, and to Riff Maxwell, who donated like 2 or 3 times to let me know that whenever Bandito dies, I need to say that he was freed from this mortal coil. So, Bandito, the audience both wants you to die and have some sort of cheesy line.
Isn't it? I mean, that's nothing. I mean, the whole wanting me to die thing has been nothing really new.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't
on,
really
try it.
surprise
It's
me.
fine. Look, during the
Yeah.
break, we determined that you have affinity little girls. Either you're killing them or you're playing one. It's one or the other.
In recent times, maybe, but that's about it.
All of the puzzle pieces are.
Sometimes you're
coming
playing a cat that is working for a little girl. So, you know.
And sometimes we play ship girls.
Yeah, I mean, that was the time he
That
was
was part of
playing a
Little
little
Girl.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing that happened.
That is
I
the
was
thing
there
that
for
happened. I mean, you've been there twice, Sid. You try to
Yes.
pretend like we don't know that your anime is fuck, but
together.
Oh, I also completely nothing to do with anime, but it jogged my memory. I started watching the Clarita Diet on Netflix.
oh
that show was
yeah,
funny.
it's the one about
That
cannibals,
show
right?
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore is a zombie,
Yeah, I've been watching
Wow.
that with my wife. It's really funny.
and Nathan Fillion is a head on a vase, not in a vase, on a vase.
Hmm.
It's great.
Hmm.
And
I
he
will say
doesn't-
something. I
doesn't
did
make
watch
constant
Dawn.
Firefly references, so that's nice.
I will say something. I did watch the entire first season of Darling and Franks, and I did
Well,
like
it's only
it.
halfway done.
Yeah, I watched 12 episodes.
Yep, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's basically a season for most
Maybe in Britain.
and- most animes. It's normally a season.
Depends on how many cores it has.
Yeah, true.
It's
and
season
that.
1. They're never gonna make a season 2. It's gonna be too beautiful for that.
Yeah.
Look, you laugh, Rad, but I want to remind you that Darling in the Franxx is a mecha anime made by the people who did Kill la Kill, and I don't know why you're not watching it.
Also,
Oh,
only one
I
season
should be
of
watching that.
glorious show.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the
They made an
author-
OVA of it though. They made an after movie where the school that they went to turns into a giant mecha robot and kicks some serious ass.
Really
Yeah.
Interesting.
The
interesting
God.
indeed. I'm gonna get around to some more anime one of these days.
Yeah, well, I fucking have a list of excellent anime for you to watch that is both
when I do
artistically
get a-
significant.
when I
I
do
just
get
don't
around
watch
to it,
them.
you are my number
Don't
one.
go to EQ Mag. EQ's literally been like, Arthur just has very, strict taste in anime, and I'm like, yes, I have taste.
What is it? What is it for wine? You're my anime sommelier.
Your anime sommelier.
Yeah.
Let us crack open a fresh Darling in the Franxx. It's been stewing for about 6 years.
It's got good legs.
I'll say this. It's
It does have good legs.
All right.
I've been watching One Piece from the start, and it's still on current.
I feel sorry for
It
you.
has
Yeah.
a full-bodied nose and undertones of toasted oak.
Yeah.
It's one of those animes that I'm invested in, and I can't stop watching because I'm not invested.
That's one of those animes I know I could never get invested in because there's over 700 anime episodes.
Look, chat.
It's 130 and counting.
So many animes.
Chat wants the
Most
AP
of it's
anime
filler.
list. I feel like if you want the AP anime list, you need to go watch all the intros for the show Restart because at the beginning of every episode, I make sure to go over like 5 animes.
Here's the thing, though. If Arthur knows you well enough, like he knows me pretty well, we've known each other for a couple of years now.
Yes, I will customize.
He will actually tailor his list to what he believes will appeal to you, which is very appreciated.
Which is why Rad should be watching Grimgar of Ashen Fantasy next, because it's got amazing art style and is isekai as fuck.
That's what I don't know what that means, but I'm about.
That's when you get transported to another world and you're like, oh shit, I'm stuck in a video game.
Oh yeah. I would be into that for sure.
Yeah.
You would be into being stuck in a video game?
Sometimes.
Overload.
If it's the right game.
Speaking
Definitely
of...
not
That's
Dark
true.
Souls.
Look, I
I've
read the
never played
shittiest
Dark
light
Souls.
novel prevalence. It's called... well, I don't want to say the name because it'll be spoiler for how shitty it is. I'll tell you in a second. I was like, damn, this light novel is so shitty. I can't believe that they made this into a thing. And then I was like, oh shit, they made it into a manga? So it's like a fucking comic book now. It's called, like, Stuck in Another World with My Mother. So a guy's just like, man, I really hate my mom. And then he goes to school and they're like, you know, do you really hate your mom? Fill out this test to say how much you hate her. And he's like, I hate my mom at the maximum level. And then they're like, no matter what happens, don't put your name on the survey. And he's like, I'm going to put my name on the survey. And then they're like, congratulations, you and your mom have been sucked into a fantasy world where your class is Ordinary Hero and her class is Ordinary Hero's mom. And he's like, great, awesome. Well, I know about video games, so I'm going to take this magic sword out of the 3 choices. And his mom's like, okay, I'll take the other 2. And everyone's like, you can't take 2 swords. And she's like, but I already did. And now she's way more powerful than him because she can just dual wield great swords. And everyone's like, man, your mom is OP as fuck. And he's like, I hate my mom so much. Like, it's so bad that it's still bad. It doesn't become good. It just continues to be bad.
I don't know.
That's the
That
worst.
sounds awesome to me.
There's like a trampoline at the bottom of the pit of like badness, and you can if you can hit
Yeah,
it,
that's
you
how
can-
Killing
you can
Bites
bounce
works.
Back up and be like good for being bad, but sometimes you just fucking sail right past it, like down further into the pit, and there's no redemption.
There's this
no
show-
coming back.
This anime called Killing Bites, it's on Amazon. It's fucking hilarious. Every episode, someone goes, the one with the sharper fangs wins. That's what Killing Bites is, with 100% seriousness. They're like, oh, you don't know what Killing Bites is? Let me explain the name of the show.
Every episode.
Every episode. And in the end, the one with the sharpest fang doesn't win. That's the crazy part. The whole season is like, the one with the
God.
sharpest fang's gonna win. I'm the one with the sharpest fangs. And then they're like, nope, that's not what happens.
JK.
JK.
There's all the ruse.
If you've ever seen it's basically what happens if you take National Geographic and we're like, the mighty cheetah can run at 65 kilometers an hour. And then we're like, all right, but the cheetah is actually like a 16-year-old high school girl who has cheetah paws and can still run at 65 miles an hour and has razor sharp claws. That's what Killing Bites is. The main character is a honey badger.
Oh, God,
They're always
'Cause
just
why-
like,
'cause why
the
wouldn't
honey
it be?
badger doesn't give a fuck.
no.
That's the whole show.
Yeah, don't mess with a honey badger. They've been given the nickname the castrators.
You know, I caught some of the beginning of, I guess it might have been your most recent restart episode.
Oh,
And
boy.
you're talking about a show that had like horse girls. that,
Yes,
like, ran
Uma
horses.
Musume. Yeah, I'm
like,
so out on
sounds
that
like the
show.
Dumbest shit. I've
Yeah,
ever
it's
heard in
really
my whole
bad.
life.
It's like Kanko, but for horse racing. And if you were like into dancing and idol singing, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like a one little snippet on YouTube about it. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
not.
this?
It's really. It's
I just kept imagining people wearing like, you know, the horse mask that everybody wears on the internet. And that's like what every character looks like.
no. That's not what they look
It's
like.
not.
Right?
I don't. that
No, they
was-
actually look like high school age girls. Sorry.
Yeah, it's essentially cat girls, but they're horses.
Yeah,
instead.
that's exactly what it is.
Come on,
It's-
Japan.
I'm just wondering why it took so long, actually, because I think they were just stuck on the cat girl thing so far.
Did anybody see the new Pacific Rim? Speaking of
No, I
Japanese
think I'm
anime?
gonna skip on it though. It got
Really?
shitty reviews, man.
I mean, the first one did too,
I
though,
mean,
didn't
Pacific Rim is shit, but that's the
That's the reason you go
why
see
you
it.
watch it.
what's
I've
the
been
what's the
meaning to
big movie in
watch it.
theater that I can't get
Giant
myself to go
robots.
see?
Get out of things.
I went and saw Ready Player One.
Yeah, I honestly like I wanted to see it, but then the reviews came out and I was like, I don't know, like The book was good because it was nostalgia, but people are like, the whole movie is nothing but references. It's literally just trying to jerk you off with references.
Yeah, while I was gone, I did both. I finished the book, and then I went and watched the movie. Like on one of my last few days in Dallas before I got to come home.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like people's response to it has been very divisive. Like they either loved it or hated it.
The book was great. I love
the
book.
Of the people that I know that watched it.
The book was really good. The movie was I don't know, it just wasn't. It wasn't.
They have the
great.
giant robot scene at the end.
Yes, but it's all very different though.
Oh. I mean, there's some parts that were in the book that probably would not make it in the movie, like anything involving the treadmills.
Right. So like, what's the best way to put this? Because of the way Hollywood works and the way copyrights work and all that kind of stuff, like it's an impossible book to make.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you can't get all the rights.
Absolutely.
So the movie, you could watch the movie and it would spoil very few things from the book, except for like good guys win at the end. Spoiler alert. Okay. But other than that, like the movie is way different. Like every key, every gate, 100% different. So like it's a very based on the book, but different events. Same story, different events.
So you say, if you're wanting to watch a movie, you can watch a movie without worrying about the book. It's one of those cases where you don't want to watch a movie if you read the book.
So like, for example, in the trailers that you see where they're doing the big race, that's to get the first key, which is nothing like how you get the first key in the book.
Exactly. The first key in the book was amazing.
Yeah. So
the
challenges
D&D so hard.
Yes, the challenges are very different. So
That's it. It's dead to me, Rad.
I don't blame you. I don't think I would pay theater money to go see it. If it comes out on like Amazon or Netflix or TV, it's worth a watch. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely worth a watch. There is a lot of cool nostalgia, and but I feel like you catch a lot of the Easter eggs like in the trailer, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think some companies do that by accident a lot.
The robot fight at the end is pretty fucking cool, though. I will admit. It doesn't have it obviously uses a little bit more mainstream robots and doesn't do like some of the really obscure ones. You know what I'm saying?
Like Iron Giant.
Yeah. So like Iron Giant, you've seen him in the trailer. He's in it.
Is he still voice acted by Vin Diesel?
No, I don't know. He's not voice acted at all.
Oh shit.
The bad guy has the same robot that he has in the book, which is pretty fucking cool. And there was a Gundam in the book too, wasn't there? Right?
Yeah, but I think it was a really old ass one. Like
it's like the original, like Gundam 1 or whatever. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's one that's in the movie too.
So look, your objective now, if you choose to accept it, is to read his next book, which is Armada. People tell me, based on the plot, it's like Last Starfighter. Okay. It's basically a kid that just plays like MMOs all day, like a space shooter MMO. Gets taken to the moon, and they're like, "Congratulations, kid! You're the greatest starfighter on the planet Earth, and we need you to defend the planet." And he's like, "Oh shit, the game is real." And they're like, "Not only is the game real, the aliens are invading tomorrow. Good luck."
So it is just like Last Starfighter. Okay. That's cool. Is it a good book? Have you read it? Is it good?
Oh my gosh. It's different than Ready Player One, but same in many ways. I liked it, but I wouldn't say it was super great. It's just interesting.
I still need to dive into all the Sanderson stuff.
Wow. I mean, there's like 25 books now. Once you dive in, you're going to be stuck forever.
That's what's kept me, because
I mean, it's Marvel Cinematic Universe level shit going on in there.
Because of a good friend of mine, I now have access to all that audio stuff, but it's so much that I just can't.
It's worth it. It's worth it, but you'll be committed for a long time.
Exactly. It's like jumping into a cold swimming pool. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to take the plunge. But soon, this summer actually is probably when I will start listening to all that stuff. So I want to do Sanderson, and I want to do the other fucking guy, Rothfuss.
Patrick Rothfuss. Yeah, you better start with him.
Either. Yeah, because he's only got the 2 or 3.
He's got 2, and then he's got like a shorter novella that takes place sometime during book 2.
Yeah,
that's for a character, side character.
That's what's kind of on my reading list, and also We talk about it enough to it's made me want to go back and read it. I might go back and read the X-Wing series again for like the 8th time.
Just the race squadron parts. Listen, skip
you've
all
only
the
read it
other
like
shit.
7
Just
times, dude, you're
reread the
way
like
behind.
3 race squadron books, and you're done. That's all you need.
That's true.
People
'Cause aren't
still
there-
keep
there's-
taunting me about the fucking
I've read those
starfighter
books
battles.
so many times.
Best ones.
They're the best. Well, I mean, iJedi is also quite excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the X-Wing series of novels, just as a series, was by far and away just.
I mean, they had the
above-
best bad
above
guys.
Par,
I mean, really, it was
compared
just
to all the
one
other
bad guy
novels.
the whole time. Whether
Yeah.
it's Isane Izzard or whether it's Zinj.
Yeah.
They were bad guys that had been in Star Wars for a while and were generally treated like shit and not very scary. And the X-Wing series was like, but wait, what if these bad guys were actually totally fucking awesome but didn't have the Force? And everyone was like, oh my god, what if they were actually bad guys that didn't use the Force that were totally fucking awesome? Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it ended up working out really well
worked out
because
great.
what a surprise, they were relatable.
Look,
They're all Stackpole, aren't they? Didn't he do all of them?
no,
No,
Aaron
there was
Allison
Aaron
did all the race
Alston.
squadron stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Stackpole did all the Rogue Squadron.
those
That's
were
what it was,
actually
the
the
Rogue Squadron
first
ones.
novels I'd ever read from Aaron Alston, and that guy is just fucking amazing.
And Stackpole does Battletech stuff too, right? I need to
Yeah,
read some
so
of his Battletech
Stackpole's
stuff.
like he's a literary heavy hitter that they bring him in to do novelizations of major series.
Mhm.
They brought him in to do the first book of the Mechwarrior Dark Ages as well, which was one of the best ones, Ghost War. Many of the other Dark Age books were terrible, just clearly awful. Yeah, Stackpole updates the timeline, which unfortunately means he writes Prince Victor, who is a terrible, awful character. Fucking horrible in every way. All right, I guess the last thing we need to cover is that Avengers Infinity War is coming out. SidAlpha doesn't care, but me and Rad are hyped to shit.
Whoa, what? I'm ready.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
When does it come
Pondo,
out?
you can
What
wake
day
up.
Does it come out?
26th, I think.
Actually, I
yeah.
might watch it because
No,
that means
just
that a lot
don't.
of
Why?
the superheroes
What?
that I
Don't
hate
fucking
will
waste the time,
die.
man. Why would you like spoil 30 other movies just to be like, hey guys, I saw Infinity War?
I'm gonna go see it on my birthday.
I go watch it to see all the heroes die.
Fuck yourself.
What's his name? Captain America. Fucking Chris Evans came out and said definitively not returning after the second half of Avengers 4.
I mean, he's literally been on contract for them for like 10 years.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't blame him, and it's not like a bad blood thing. It's just like I'm ready to. I gotta.
Yeah, he
At
he
some
made
point,
Snowpiercer in the
Something
middle of it.
different, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I think I don't know. I like that. I like when actors, like when a character goes through like an actor change or even like a, you know, whatever before you're tired of them. Like he did a lot of good things for that role. Like Captain America 1 was meh, but like since then, like I feel like they've really built that character, which is a hard character to build because he's really at his core, he's a really fucking cheesy character. But they like as an actor and his writers and stuff were able to put like a fair amount of depth into
Okay,
like, a pretty,
look,
a pretty
he kind of
face
sucked in
value
his
character.
movie, but in Avengers, he was fucking excellent.
In Avengers, he was great. And look, Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, and
Yeah,
Civil
Winter Soldier was
War
also excellent.
are still probably my two. They're probably my 1 and 2, to be honest. And like a lot of good stuff has come out, but Winter Soldier is probably still my favorite Marvel movie, like to date.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was great.
A lot of them, but-
Civil War, honestly, kind of like where they had the last fight for what they did. It kind of the area seemed a little bit too big, but not big enough at the same time. It's really hard to explain.
I don't know. I like Civil War more than I liked Avengers 2. Probably not as much as Avengers 1, but more than Avengers 2.
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's almost impossible to be Avengers 1 at this point.
All right, listen, we got to start Battletech. The natives
Okay.
are restless, and I'm getting private messages of anger.
Oh,
So that's
do
it.
it.
We're finally done with intros. Now we need to introduce our characters again. So if you've been paying attention, you might notice that there are new mech tags next to everybody. That's because we all swapped mechs at the end of last episode.
Oh, yeah.
However, that mech swap might not be as complete as you think it is because there's something the players are lacking. So in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, we get the August ? 3049 planet core periphery. And we come to the familiar briefing room of our good dropship, the Crow's Nest, where almost every character we've seen on screen so far is waiting for a briefing. Standing at the front of the room at the like holographic tank, bringing up all of their information, is Baron, your technical officer who's been repairing the ship and your Battlemechs. And he says, "All right. Listen, everyone, it's me, Baron. Apparently I have a different accent. I remember being, like, slightly different, but I can't remember what it was. Because it's been 2 months since anyone's actually seen me. I'm played by a different actor now. It's like Spartacus Season 2.
You had, like, a little bit of Russian accent.
Yeah.
Look, we're just going with this now.
He was Eastern European, but he's also serving as our XO, right? If I
Yes, he is. That's
okay.
what he's about to say. Is I'm serving as the executive officer. However, it's something of a problem. The chain of command's broken down. We have more warrant officers than we do actual officers at this point. So we're going to analyze our situation and our command structure in full. We're just at the start of the episode, guys. It's literally right now. As you might remember, our current commanding officer and owner of the company has died, and his adopted daughter is in a coma. Unfortunately, it has been medically induced, and we'll get back to that in a moment, as there's some very serious consequences to that. Technically, the highest-ranking person on the ship right now is a 16-year-old girl named Melissa Acheron, who is the current captain of the ship. However, we have allowed First Lieutenant Maxwell Harridan to take over command of the unit, as he's the only experienced Battlemech officer and remains in chain of command. Now, checking in with everyone, we're currently lacking an officer to command the infantry. However, Voidwalker, our Marine, has taken over command of that particular unit. As it is right now, our infantry and our vehicles will be unable to leave the dropship in significant numbers for a long period of time, given the extreme cold outside. Also, and he raises a hand towards your Pathfinder, who I believe is named Rapier. He's the Rapier Jeeves, is the shitty criminal assassin that you picked up back on your last planet. Rapier is just like, well, y'all, I called in to some mining friends I had on Core, and the main base. Well, they've been ransacked now, and looks like the Steel Viper fellows had them all killed, but I got some good information. We got less than 24 hours before the enemy drops up on us. Looks like they've left their battle armor infantry in command back at the city, and they'll be coming at us with their dropship and whatever remaining forces they have. Definitely have an aerospace fighter and at least 2 more mechs, but possibly more. That's all I got. I found the path, y'all. And he sits back and like puts on some glasses, and everybody's just like, what the fuck just happened?
I found the path.
Where do they keep finding people like us?
So,
like attracts like, I suppose.
if we could please be quiet, we need to finish the briefing here. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Now, here are some of our problems. Valkyrie, aka our commanding officer, is the only one who has the codes to get the Battlemaster running. Without those security codes, we will not be able to move the Battlemaster without a serious cracking effort. This unfortunately means that someone will need to wake up Valkyrie. Both of our current doctors have refused to do so, as it is against their medical oaths. So Dr. Assman in the back is just like, yep, that would definitely kill her. She will die if you wake her up. There's this noise as all of the people in the room begin turning to look at the only other doctor in the room, Dr. Sean Goldhirsch.
Can we attempt to crack the Battlemaster first? So we
An
don't have
excellent
to
question, Bandito. Yes, we can attempt to crack the Battlemech. However, if we fail, it will be locked out, and we will require a port facility in order to get it working again.
Now, out of character, if it gets locked down, you can still access it with the proper codes, right?
No. Once it gets locked down, you're going to need somebody to go in there and crack that shit open.
Okay.
So, out of character, how difficult would it be for me to wake her up without
Pretty difficult.
incidents?
Here's my question. Do you want her to live at the end of this operation?
Do we?
It would be ideal, yes.
Yeah, it would be ideal.
It will be very difficult.
We cannot kill her just to get access to the Battlemech. That is not an option.
Hmm.
So Baron is just like, well, it is an option because I just put it on the table, but if you're making that decision, then that's where we stand. Now, our enemy are a special forces unit calling themselves the Steel Vipers. As far as I can tell, they're either working for Comstar, given their HPGs, or they might be working for the Draconis Combine. That's what we have.
That doesn't explain their advanced tech, though.
The Draconis Combine has been making several leaps in technology, and of course, Comstar is quite well known for their Blakist tendencies.
How far away are we from the Draconis Combine?
You're like 4 to 5 jumps.
So pretty
okay, well,
far
it
for
depends.
first strike.
Technically, at this moment, the Draconis Combine, the border between the Lyran Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine has shifted because of a organization called the Free Rasselhag Republic. They're like a bunch of Scandinavians that broke away from the Draconis Combine. So you might be more like 6 jumps, but a bunch of Draconis Combine units operate inside of the Rasselhag border illegally.
Now, with my experience with both Draconis Combine and Comstar, I've never known, I don't even know of any Comstar ships currently with a HEG on the jump ship. From what I've remember, that's almost impossible with their current tech.
Comstar doesn't have Battlemechs, aside from those they use to defend their facilities.
Yes, and all of those are hires. And then with the Draconis Combine, the most recent Battlemech they've brought out was a
They've released several Battlemechs over the last 2 years, actually.
yeah, but nothing like we've seen within the last couple of hours.
Regardless, that's the best information we have for the moment. So we're going to have to at least operate under that assumption until some better information comes along. Regardless, we have several decisions that we have to make and not much time to accomplish it in.
I think we need to figure out.
Baron, if you would be so kind as to finish your briefing, and
That's fair.
Oh, you want me to finish my briefing? Thank you, sir.
Yes, please.
My
apologies.
I understand. So he gestures to a red-haired woman standing in the corner with the name tag Sergeant Crimson on her uniform. And Baron says, 9 lives, and she just turns and looks at Bandito, and you can hear her fist clenching.
I don't know. What did I do?
You can hear her teeth lose like a millimeter from just the grinding.
I was like looking around, I was like, did I do something?
One of her teeth explodes from the sheer pressure.
I've been leaving her the hell alone.
All right, look. Here's what we have. As you might recall, when we came into the system, we received several bursts of information from the enemy ship. Both their jump ship and their drop ship. Now, some of the pilots that we've recovered have had wrist computers, highly advanced designs. There's a lot of encrypted data on there, but there's something unencrypted called a codex that each one of them has. By cross-checking that data against the bursts that we've gotten, we've begun decrypting all of the data as quickly as possible. It could take years or possibly decades, but we have a pretty good idea that these guys have no security procedures at all. They've literally displayed every battle and fight that these people have been in, from hand-to-hand combat as children up through Battlemech training until this very moment.
Sounds more like a resume.
Indeed. They appear to be something called a Solama unit. I have no idea what that means. It sounds Russian. But
Salami unit.
yes, they're listed as being a Nova. Again, no idea what that means, but as we've seen, this is a highly advanced technological unit operating in sets of 5. Something called a star.
Makes
But
sense.
they like sets of 5. Well, so yeah, I guess it adds up. Since so far we fought 3, and there's supposed to be 2 left.
So a star is equivalent to a reinforced lance.
Indeed. It would seem so.
All right.
We, of course, did manage to recover a enemy battle mech, but it
Kinda
is
missing the-
essentially completely disabled. Now, I actually forget which one you guys brought back.
The
Vienna like one.
It was a small
I
one.
forgot
though.
to. Yeah, it was a light mech.
Oh wait, it was a 5.
It was a light mech. It was.
It was a
Oh, I put it over
Yeah.
here. It was the Hankyu. You brought back the Arctic Cheetah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one that could move like 20 squares of fucking round.
Yeah.
No, that was the one That was one of the other ones I destroyed.
This
No,
is
you
the
really
one
got
that had
fucked.
a shit ton of SRMs
Yeah.
all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah.
The one with the streaks that don't
Yeah,
fire if you
streak
miss.
SRMs. That's what it was.
That's nice.
Uh,
I like that.
so she says, we've managed to haul it and essentially attach it to the ceiling, but the security encryption on that battle mech is extremely good. They use a completely different cockpit system. Their cooling and neuro helmets are more advanced, and their weaponry is by far more advanced.
Mhm.
However, they, as we've seen, die just as easily as any other battle mech.
Well,
And
not just as easily.
I wouldn't say just as easily.
And
No.
it seems they don't like being taken alive either.
I have no explanation for that. I apologize, but being the intelligence officer in this situation is not working out very well. We literally have no information at all.
That happens.
Yes.
All right.
Perfectly understandable.
Anything else for the debrief?
So Baron's just like, I'm willing to open up questions now if anyone has some.
My guess is those other 2 mechs are on their way. Is there anywhere we can move the dropship to buy us some more time?
Well, that's one more thing that we haven't discussed. Now, I would never say anything bad about Prince's piloting because, of course, we were flying without sensors or a bridge, and we had to manually use thrusters down in the engineering bay. But we did crash on an ice block, and as we've kept the ship heated and it has taken fire, unfortunately, we are in a very dire predicament of possibly dropping the ship into an icy lake from which we will never get out of. I would prefer to wait until we had a full sensor suite before we attempted to take off again. In an emergency, we could attempt it, but failure would probably mean the death of everyone on board.
What will it take to get the sensors back online?
Several weeks and spare parts. We literally cannot do it with what we have.
So basically, we're fucked.
Well, we could win.
There is that.
Also, should a commanding officer truly be in the middle of a command level briefing so dire, sir, as your
I just want to
executive
make
officer, I just feel like that's normally supposed to be my job. If you could just, I don't want to dress you down in front of everyone, but really, if you could display some level of spirit and backbone.
To be realistic, Baron, we are in a very dire situation. I do not wish to sugarcoat it. It is our job to, as the saying goes, unfuck the situation.
Yes, I see. So he like does that gesture, and it becomes clear that he's exhausted. Right, like this is not a physically healthy dude. He's
How
kind
long
of
has it been
obese.
since you've slept?
He's like, I've been repairing mechs for days. Either the mech comes out of this bay, or probably it will never exit again.
Baron, you need to get to a stopping point to where the rest of your techs can take over, and then you ought to get at minimum 4 hours rack time.
So we
That
still
is an
haven't
order.
cleaned off the lieutenant from the deck when he was stepped on.
Someone else can take care of that. That doesn't.
What
need to
I'm
be
saying
you.
is, if we haven't had time to clean a dead body off of the deck, we simply don't have the time to rest.
You're no good to us if you're dead on your feet.
Understood, sir.
What's it been? It's been like
Sleep
72 hours?
Several
or-
hours. not 72
No, like
hours.
since we landed. It's
Oh,
been
yes, like 72 hours. Yeah.
72 hours. Okay.
Sleep deprivation is breeding ground for mistakes.
While you guys are talking, your most favorite pilot in the entire unit, Howler, aka Alavi Crossroads, is over talking to your pilot / dropship captain, and the two of them are like punching each other and having a very heated argument in the back, but trying to like pay attention to the briefing at the same time.
I just kind of lean over. Hey,
They ignore you. They're still in the middle of their fight.
I pick up something and throw it at them.
Which one do you throw it at?
I want to aim for like in between them.
Okay. I really feel like I want to make you roll dice for this one, but I'll let it happen. Both of them turn to look at you and it's like, "What the fuck, man? Oh, sorry, sir."
All right.
That was
What
really
is
loud.
going on? What is so important that you need to interrupt the briefing that we all need to get information on that you two think you could have a fist fight on the bridge over?
So she says, "This isn't the bridge, sir," and at the same time, he says, "A demonstration of personal combat tactics, sir."
I look over at the sergeant. It's like,
You
how
mean
many
more
times have
officers?
I heard I was just showing them a boxing maneuver?
I pointed
going
both of
on?
them, and I'm like, "You move over there. You move over there, or I'll give you a fucking demonstration of personal combat. Fucking do it right now. Move your
Okay,
asses."
so when you say that, he moves over, but she's like, "Not only are you not in my chain of command, but I outrank you, warrant officer."
All right, how about we just get back to the briefing so we can figure out how to unfuck ourselves in the lieutenant's words? Because quite frankly, I'm trying to figure out a way so we can get the battle master without killing the XO. Well, the XOXO, not the current.
So
I
Baron
can't
leans
think of
in
the
and
word.
is like, "She's actually the new commanding officer since her
That's
father left
true.
her the company."
She's the new commanding officer that is unconscious and that we don't want
What-
dead.
What do we need to increase our chances of cracking the Battlemaster?
We
Is
are
it a
stuck
computer
on a
roll?
planet in the periphery. There's literally no chance of us getting anything else. Unless somehow we were able to crack this advanced level technology and then reverse engineer it to work. I really don't see that happening, however. In fact, the
So-
only way that this would work is perhaps if we captured the enemy dropship.
If only. If only.
Now,
You
Harridan,
know.
don't make that face. You wipe that idea out of your
Yeah,
head right
so
now.
when that happens, Voidwalker, your senior chief petty officer of the Marines and current commander of all infantry forces, leans forward and is just like, "Sir, that's not going to happen. We
Now,
literally have 8 Marines. There's no chance we'll be able to take an enemy dropship force, especially if the rumors of the enemy having battle armor are true. We haven't
There's
seen
that.
battle armor in the inner sphere in hundreds of years. Someone's been pretty busy out here."
I think what we need to kind of focus on is getting into the battle master. What does it take to hack into a mech? The computer's roll?
Great question. It'll probably be a security roll, almost certainly. And I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yes,
and roll.
security systems, electronic or mechanical.
Yep, it'll be security systems electronic.
I cannot
know.
help in that at all.
No, cannot
have it.
attempt.
It's a flat roll though.
That's better than anything.
I mean, if you fail,
If fail, we're locked out.
you're locked out, and you'll need to like go
Get to a
somewhere.
freaking
Yep.
maintenance bay and a port.
Is there a way that you can? I don't think you can slowly take someone out of medical coma. Is there?
I
It's
mean
either-
that if you do the medical coma thing, depending on
have to-
how successful you are, you have a chance of just outright killing her, her staying in a coma, her waking up and telling you and then dying, and at the highest level of success, you
Is that
would
she tells us
she
and
would
she
tell
doesn't
you and then would go back into the medical coma to heal.
Is there any way we can heal her, like stabilize her for enough to become taken out the medical coma
Yes,
without.
it's called a medical coma. That's what you do when you put
That's
someone
what I'm saying,
stable
if
to heal.
there's- I was trying to think if there's a
The
way for us
procedure
to-
you're talking about is called a medical coma.
No, I mean speed up the coma. Speed up the process.
No, that's
Speed up the healing
no,
process.
that's
Yeah.
not a thing.
Nothing.
Does-
Not enough to be effective. I mean, there are bonuses. There can do like bonuses to Metatech rolls. Like I have a medical kit that gives you a +1 to Metatech rolls, but
I mean,
not much.
he's already
else.
got that.
Yeah, I've got one in spades.
How does Crimson have security electronics? And how good is she?
Yeah, I mean, she's not very good.
Is she better than a flat roll?
Yes.
I can give her a
She's
+1 at least.
If you have her do that, then she's not running the intelligence operations for the group, right?
Hmm.
Well, we
let's
don't
be
have much
clear.
intelligence for her to run.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm think this is
we
an
have the
option that we
seismic
have.
sensors and
Nope, you pulled the seismic sensors up.
That's right.
And seismic
Did we?
sensors won't help you detect flying dropships. They will only help
Well,
you.
if we weren't actually going anywhere, then we wouldn't have pulled the seismic sensors.
All right, you can go put them back down if you want to. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put them back down. Do that.
All right.
So I can give her a +1 and then
All right, is this what we're doing? We're going to try to break
I'm
into the
thinking-
Battlemaster?
what's her roll? Or are we not allowed to know?
I'm not going to tell you, and I'm also not going to tell you what the difficulty of the roll is, but it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Same with not trying to kill the freaking.
Yeah,
It's a risk either way, but
Sophie's choice here, motherfuckers.
We wouldn't be any
But-
better off trying to go into like her.
They've already done that.
So okay, so we've been all through her personal,
Hers
fucking-
and Crow's.
her electronic admin. Okay.
her journal of how much, where she writes, I hate McGurk 10,000 times. And
You should probably write, I hate Harridan 10,000 times.
I was gonna say I've started to develop some rapport with her. Okay.
what did I do to piss
We
her
had a
off?
nice chit chat about being aerospace pilots and all kinds of good stuff.
I think.
She doesn't. Well, she might still hate me, but she definitely hates me less.
Do you guys want to try it?
It's
I don't. Me personally, I don't want to do anything that would directly endanger her life. The benefits is going to be difficult either way.
Here's the thing:
But
if we don't have a
if we fail,
Battlemaster,
the Battlemaster's locked down.
at this
We can't
point,
use
it's
it. If
either-
we fail with her, we don't get into the Battlemaster, and she dies. So
Sure,
either
sure.
way,
it's true.
So it's we either get in, we get the Battlemaster, or we don't. And right now, it's we either do or we don't.
yeah. The only added benefit is we could try bringing her out of the coma, and if she does die, then we can still try and crack into the Battlemaster. But that's
Let's not. Yeah,
that's
we
an
don't wanna do
extreme
that.
risk, and I don't want to gamble her life that way. I don't think that's right at all.
So we want to go ahead and try it.
We should try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, look, so if you're not going to wake her up, these are your two options. You chance it. Oh wait, did I freeze up? Can you still
Nope,
hear me?
we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
It's good.
we know we either
I think I
chance it,
lost.
we don't get it, or we do get it. And regardless, right now we're out of Battlemaster, and if we fail, we're just still out of Battlemaster because we're not really worried about trying to get a fix at this point. So I guess we'll go ahead and do it. I'll help her and then
Okay.
use
All
my
right.
edge to give her a +1 as well. I don't know where this
You're
dice
throwing an
roll.
edge in there as well?
Yep.
All right. Oh, did Rad freeze?
I think he's
oh
fine.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yep, we did lose him.
That's-
McGurk!
Oh, no.
there it
Rad,
goes.
come back. You can blame it all on me. All right, so while we wait for Rad to come back, I'm not going to reveal the results of the roll until he's back, so get fucked. Instead, I want to say thank you to all the people that have joined us on Discord. At the end of the last canon episode, aka not the Solaris episode, Rad has been trying to push Discord pretty hard, and a ton of people joined us. Several people have been working on maps for this show and just Tabletop Simulator in general, and someone made a video that we've pinned in the Battletech chat about how to make maps. But more importantly, 2 new Battletech groups that play have formed out of it, and possibly a third Battletech stream will be starting up. So if you're interested in talking about Battlemech, playing Battletech, playing the Battletech video games that are coming out this year, both the top-down thing and the shooter, consider hopping on Discord by typing !Discord in our Twitch chat, twitch.tv/APGamingREAL. Very well. I will now reveal the results of the roll. Wait, did the second time it rolled, did it literally come up snake eyes? That's pretty bad.
I was using the edge to give it another +1, not to re-roll.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at those dice now and they're snake
Yeah, the
eyes.
second time you rolled, it was snake eyes.
You got an 11 and all you needed was a 10. So with the edge expenditure, you unlocked the Battlemaster. However, because your intelligence officer was not manning the sensors, you get a surprise, and that surprise is your seismic sensors warning you that there are enemy Battlemechs inbound at high speed, and you will have just enough time to get in your mechs and position yourselves before they arrive.
Scramble.
Gentlemen,
Sweet.
mount up.
All right.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
So the edge wasn't necessary, but it was worth it regardless.
What's the operational window for the vehicles and infantry?
The
15
vehicles
minutes, 30
will
minutes?
freeze within 1 round. But if they remain in the dropship and you keep opening the dropship bay, as far as I remember, that was the plan, was to have all the infantry be on a dropship ramp and the vehicles to be waiting there and just like alpha strike when it opens if someone approaches.
Okay,
Get the Tom ready and out
that's
of thing. Yeah,
super worst case scenario.
So here we go.
Let's see. So I'm the Wolverine now.
Yes. So our Griffin pilot is who? Oh, I didn't update the Battlemechs on this particular map. Oh, my bad. What was the passcode for the Battlemaster? The passcode was my angel.
It wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, fuck you. It wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It
Jesus
makes
Christ.
son of a bitch.
makes so much
Good for
sense.
Carl Stein and his angel.
So let me just confirm that this is the deployment. Bandito is in a Battlemaster. Heavy 7 is in a Wolfhound. Gold Stag is in the Griffin. Death Wish is in a damaged Wolverine. And Howler has taken your Panther.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Yes.
We have a
who's-
pre-damaged Griffin that has lost 1 jump jet. We have a completely free Battlemaster that has not been used in over 10 years. We have a Wolfhound, slightly damaged previously, but currently running good. And we have a Wolverine that has seen better days. It's missing its AC5 and all of its AC5 ammo, and it has an engine hit, which means it gets 5 bonus heat
I
at the
think it
beginning
got
of
an
every
engine
round. And we have the Panther, which is currently being piloted by a young man who is super pissed off.
I don't remember getting an engine hit.
It did. It's
Yeah, it
definitely
did.
been there. Yep. All right.
That's okay though, because even with a +5 heat, out firing both the medium laser and the SRM. Oh wait, that's assuming no
you'll
movement.
have to be watching
but
it.
Assuming no movement,
do-
I'm heat neutral.
You just have to watch your jump jets. as
Let's
well.
focus up here real
Right.
quick. Enemy is approaching from this direction.
Uh-huh.
And you all are placing first. The Panther is going here.
I would like to warn you all: do not jump near the freaking dropship.
Yep, don't jump near the jump ship.
Yeah, don't jump near the drop ship.
Okay,
Now we
okay,
can we position ourselves anywhere?
3
or
spaces of the drop ship.
3 spaces of the drop ship.
Damn.
Okay.
I have no idea where I need to place.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. The person who's piloting the Wolfhound is in a mech cockpit that Howler was living in. Well, it's been a month since then, and he cleaned up his act. But yeah, you probably like find a
Ew.
Cheetos bag and like half a sandwich somewhere.
I'm sorry. Am I moving someone else?
Yeah,
I'm
you.
sorry.
A moldy half sandwich.
I have no idea. I have jump jets, and it's going to be a pain in the ass getting everywhere.
Do you have jump jets?
Who
You
are we
don't have
missing?
jump
No.
We're missing
You're
the
missing me.
Wolfhound.
It's me.
Yep.
Where's the wolf? That's him. Okay.
I need to be somewhere where I
Wolfhound
can get
down.
decently up.
3 spaces from
3 spaces.
Dun, 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 dun,
left
dun.
of 3.
Sid, I could. Well,
go where I am. Go where I
Bandito,
am.
can you
I was
make
saying
a
it's-
sensor operations check real quick? I want to know how much information you get about the incoming enemy.
What's my
You get a +1 bonus from your seismic sensors. If successful, I will tell you the general build of the enemy and their mech weight and speed.
+1? Is there any negatives?
Nope.
yeah.
Let me check what my sensor is because I upped it. So I have 5, so it's we're only at +6. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Actually, I'm gonna come
Rolling
over
at a
here.
+6.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. I'm about a +4.
I'm the
for my-
sensors guy. I don't know what you're talking.
Meow, 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 meow.
About a
Nope, wrong button.
+4 for my med general.
Okay,
You have a
so he
16.
only got a 16.
So you have a war book in your computer that is tracking the weight of the enemy mech and its gait. You briefly get a burst image from some sensor telemetry that you really should not have gotten. Your sensors continually flip between calling it a catapult and a marauder. It has marauder weapon pods and a catapult's general build. The mech is 75 tons and has a run speed of 8.
It knows exactly.
You also have a
dang.
completely unknown battle mech that has a run speed of 9 and a weight of 30 tons.
So
So the only
catapult
person
build
here
that
who
you want-
knows what that first battle mech was is Sid, and Sid just like, fuck.
I mean, I know.
man."
I think I know what it is too.
Has everyone
I'm not gonna
placed?
say it.
Fuck.
Yeah, all right.
I'm
I'll
in-
relay that to everybody. So, what was the ton of the heavy one? It was, or is it a assault?
75.
Okay, so it's a
Uh,
heavy.
Here is the enemy forces.
So it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, this is really gonna suck. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was.
As they're approaching, so they
Shit.
haven't arrived yet, but as they're approaching, you get an open communication from the enemy that says, "This is Star Captain Sebo Running Elk to the bandit commander."
Lieutenant Maxwell Harridan, what brings you by to our tiny little corner of the galaxy?
This is a trial of annihilation, Commander. We're here to wipe you out. Your lack of honor and your continued snubbing at our society has led to your destruction. All rules of Zelbriggan are in hold. We will destroy you, spheroids, and we will lead your people back to the great glory of the Father.
I don't even understand half of these words that you're saying. Zelbrignan? What is that?
Foolish spheroid. Mechwarrior Shaku. And you hear a voice
Spheroid?
that's like, "Yes, sir!" We will destroy the enemy MX in this order. Cut communications now. And
Wait, can we know the order? Oh, okay. It was a shot.
so here we go. Here are the enemy battle mechs in formation.
Oh my god.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I was right too.
This
I knew
is
it was gonna
gonna
be.
suck.
God damn.
I mean, they could at least told me what their order was, but oh well.
Yeah, too bad, buddy. Let us roll for initiative, good man Sid. I got an 11, so get fucked.
I got a 4, so
Yeah, you
right
lost
on.
Rad again.
And we lost Rad. Seeing that Mad Cat made him just cheese out.
So you guys will move 3 pilots, then I will move 1, then you will move 2, and then I will move 1.
Alright.
You let me know when you want Howler to move, and I will decide how he is moving.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
Can
Well,
we
let's
go
see.
up?
So this thing has a jump of 5.
It does.
You're in the Wolverine, correct? I wouldn't jump from there because I think last time somebody jumped from there, it disrupted the.
No, it's when you jump to there.
Is it 2? Yeah.
When you jump to there, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. 1,
So
2,
can we climb up to if the space is if it's 2 hexes high instead of just 1?
Yes, but it costs 3 instead of 1.
All right, so that's
Okay.
a jump of 4. Let's see.
I'll go. It's 3 of us, then them. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go. That's 1, 2, 3,
So
1,
um,
2, 3, 4.
I'm missing a jump jet, right?
Yes. You jump
Yes.
one
Dude,
one
So your
space
jump
less.
is 1 less.
So it's
5.
4. Okay, fair enough.
Brad, do we have you back? Not clear to me.
Yes. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Sorry. I don't know how many more times that's going to happen. I got to
Yep.
be honest.
It's okay. Your camera's just not on, so we don't really
Oh,
know
it's
what's
not.
happening.
Okay.
If you land in that rubble, you're going to need to make a piloting check, Mr. Battlemaster.
I'm not jumping. I'm walking.
He's not
Oh,
jumping,
okay.
he's walking.
All right.
I can't.
Excellent.
I can't jump. It's very odd for me.
And I
trying to
deliberately
think
did
if it's
not
worth it.
jump.
so make
into
sure
the
to put your
rubble.
movement dice down, and then who is the third
I
mover?
haven't finished. I don't know if I. Do I
who
have
wants
line
to
of
be
sight of
third?
them right now? Like,
You're too high. Yes. Yes, you do.
so would I have like partial cover or something? Or
You only have partial cover if there's a thing
Yes.
directly in front of you.
okay.
Oh, really? Okay, good to
Yep.
know.
So.
So the Wolverine would have partial cover if, say, one of the Battlemechs was down here, because you have to be on the same level as the person you're shooting at to get partial cover. So, who's our third mover?
I
The Griffin
moved.
to win as well?
Yeah.
All right, make sure to move your movement dice. Their first mover is going to be the Ular. And that Ular is
I
going to
cover with
move
cover in front of me.
Uller. Fucking Uller. Okay.
6.
3 and 6.
1, 2,
There
3,
How
4,
bad is an Ola, Sid?
5, 6.
No.
They're clans, so think
mean,
of
it's-
a light has the power of a medium has the power of a heavy has the power of an assault.
Assault
Okay.
has the power of a screw you.
Your
that a
last
fucking-
2 players are moving. Do you want to go first, Wolfhound Pilot, or should the Panther?
I want to also send the Panther a message.
Yep.
It's like the first thing I do. This is like, excuse me, sorry. This is like when we're still like walking out of the dropship, right? It's like one of the first things I do once I've gone through like my pre-checks. And it's not even an audio message. It's just like a text message.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, it's just, all it says is like, head in the game. I'll help you sort whatever needs to be sorted after this. Cause I already know, like, he's probably pissed, right? Like he was in the middle of something in that meeting. So I know he's upset, and I just want to convey to him, fucking, let's do this. I know you're unhappy. We can talk about it when this is over. And that's it. I don't expect a response. You respond if you want.
You do get
like
you
quick
basically
shot.
get like a message acknowledged receipt from him. You know,
Okay.
it's just like an automatic reply.
That's all I'm looking for. That's all I
Okay.
care about.
Do you want to move first?
Currently driving auto response.
Which one am I? Oh, I'm this one. Yeah. Since I'm standing in front of him, I'll go first. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I need to check my stuff. I got
5. 6, 7, and yeah, I guess that's probably as good as I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect if the kid gets headshot and gets killed during the fight. We'll talk about it after the fight, kid. And then afterwards, Heavy Seven's like, no, it was like a son to me.
Should I rethink my move? This is like this is an honest to god Mad Cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7,
this is an
8.
honest to god Mad Cat.
Does it
I'm
look
nine.
like it's not a Mad Cat?
you
It looks like a
jumping,
Mad Cat
or
to me.
are
He's
you
jumping.
I was running, but this is 9 squares away. I don't know.
Does
I
that
could.
thing have a jump?
I might have just made a
Yeah,
terrible
Panthers
decision.
have a jump.
So
No, the Wolfhound. Does the Wolfhound have a jump? No. It doesn't.
No, he ran.
No.
Wolfhound can't jump.
in what, by the way?
Much like a Caucasian male, the Wolfhound has no hops. No? Anybody?
Oh my god.
Woody Harrelson
No.
movie?
No, I got it. I got it. Don't
All right.
worry.
The Mad Cat is just going to. Let's see here.
With the
How far do I get to move?
Jordan shoes. That was back with the pump shoes.
Uh-huh, yeah.
thing.
Yeah. All they did was
Pump
literally
it up.
make the tongue of your shoe fatter. That's it. That's all it did.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which lets him walk 3 spaces.
Boy, if we could just kill this Mad Cat pilot real quick, I think that would really.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't
that
even wanna-
third or fourth Mech Commander mission where you get the Mad Cat on the bridge, and if you can just keep replaying it over and over again until you dome the pilot out, you just run around with the Mad Cat for the rest of the game and fucking wreck
You
everybody.
just win the game. Yeah, pretty much.
Mech Commander players know what I'm talking about here. All right, you guys are shooting first.
I don't think I have line of sight of anybody, do I?
Which mech are you?
Battle
Master.
Master.
You are too high, which means that this thing directly in front of you is blocking your sight of just about everyone, but you can see the Kit Fox. Yes. Because this is only one high for you.
11. So he's in
Think, right?
medium range.
Let me think about this. No, you can't see over the thing directly in front of you. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, you're in a divot.
So that's why I was like kind of trying to think if I should have stepped there or not.
So he can or can't shoot.
You cannot shoot.
Oh,
Cannot see,
bummer.
cannot
I was
shoot.
going to shoot the Oler at least.
We need to focus fire the shit out of one of these things.
I think we should try to get the. I think preferably we'd want to get the light mech out of the way, so that way there's nothing trying to run behind us.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that strategy. We'll try and drop the light mech first, and then
All right.
that Mad Cat is going to be a bitch, and it's going to have a lot of hurt coming our way. So if we can just concentrate on one at a time, I think that's our best bet.
Yeah, Dezra and all. Dezra tactics.
Who's shooting then? You have 3 shooters first,
I'm
and then 2
calculating
shooters.
mathematics here.
Hello.
Yes, you want to shoot first, Goldsag?
Yeah, because I
Yes,
can't
that's
hit the healer
8.
from this distance. Or
10,
well,
12.
I can, but it's too risky.
Don't you have LRMs?
Yeah, but my I want to hit the. I mean, for my PPC, it's too
Okay.
far.
Let's just double check that. 1,
My
2, 3,
LRMs are medium
6,
with
7,
the
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 14 hexes.
which is a medium for my LRMs and long range for my PPC.
Okay, all right. I mean, what do you want to fire? It's okay to say nothing.
I'm gonna
You
fire
don't-
You're firing what?
both.
It's firing
Oh,
everything.
yeah. That's what I thought. I thought you were saying you weren't going to fire, and I was like, well,
No,
that's
yeah,
confusing
I
because
want-
you're a long-range mech, but...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna fire it.
Okay, your shooting skill starts at, like, 3, right? Or did you
It said-
improve it at some point?
That's SidAlpha strike.
That's
My
true, it is a
mech-
SidAlpha strike. What's the level of your shooting?
Let's find my gunnery.
Is it a 5 or a
Mech
6?
Gunnery is a 6.
Okay, so your shooting skill is a 2. Now, you start at 2. You jumped.
Yeah, I jumped
Okay.
for 4.
So jumps up to 5. Your target moved to 6. Medium range makes it 8, and long range for the PPC is 10.
So at 8 and 10.
Yep. So you're shooting in that order. LRMs first, then PPC.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
And someone in on YouTube comments told me that you don't do SRMs in 2 packs. You do them in 1 packs, which means some of these comments are going to take a long ass time. But I guess we'll roll them out individually.
All right. Send in
luck.
LRMs first.
Yep. That is a hit. That's
That's a
boxcars
boom.
as fuck right there.
Boxcars, they're
Location
crisp, they're
area
cluster.
5, right leg. Cluster
Cluster
rating 7 on a LRM. What is it? 10.
10. So that's 6
is
missiles.
6 missiles. All right. So we take 5 to the. Which leg did I say?
Let's
Then
see. Location 5.
right leg.
Right leg takes 5. You barely damage the armor. You scrape the paint.
What are you firing on? The
Yep.
Kit Fox or the?
He's firing on the Mad Cat.
the only thing it's a shot of, right?
Location
Holy
area
shit.
2. That is a center torso through armor critical with no
Holy
critical
shit.
rating. You deal 1 point of damage to the center torso.
I think LRMs were packs of 5. SRMs are packs of 1.
Yes. That's
Okay.
why he's only dealing 1
Oh, that's right.
damage.
He only has 6 6
Yep.
hit. That's right. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Yep. Man, that could have been really bad. That could have been fucking horrible for me.
Do you not get an automatic crit if you get? a
No, apparently not. You have to still get a critical on the crit roll in order
Okay.
for it to
All
count.
right. So my PPC next.
Yep, you need 10.
That was what took out my jump jet.
That was what took out that one Phoenix. Army.
No. That's a 9. Very close, but no.
Motherfucking.
So you send out a wave of missiles streaking towards this massive battle mech, almost as big as the Battlemaster, that's booming towards you. It jukes, jives. It is able to turn and animate its arms and legs much faster than your mechs. Its technology is on a completely different level, even from other mechs that you've seen so far.
These things are just fucking terrifying.
Who's up next for team shooters? You got 2 more.
I can go next.
Okay.
I don't think
He's a Wolverine.
I do. Well, I've got a shot on the Kit Fox, but I have to roll boxcars, or I can roll on the Timberwolf, which I have to.
You can't see the Timberwolf; it's too tall.
Yeah, and you can't
This
get
wall's blocking
all your
way.
range is a like long range of 9.
Yeah, so I have to hit boxcars on the.
I don't think you can
on the
go.
Uller.
Are you 9 spaces away? I think you're.
I'm 9 spaces away.
He could even AP.
You're 10 spaces away.
I'm 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit, you're right. I miscounted. I can't fire on anything.
I was,
so never mind.
11 spaces away.
I will not go.
So it sounds like the only other people who can shoot are the Wolfhound and the Panther, and that will be everyone on your team that can fire. So do you want to go first, Rad, or should I?
Sure, I'm just going to shoot the Uller there with a single large laser.
Great.
Oh, yeah,
It walked for 1. You ran for. Let me make sure that works before I. All right, yeah, it still works.
I'm gonna. Before you. I'm gonna shoot a medium laser also at long range.
Okay. So your shooting skill starts at 2. You ran, brings
For
it up to
2.
4. It moved for 5. You're shooting at medium and long range.
Yep.
Shooting at a 7 and a 9.
Okay, so large laser first. Blip.
That's a 7.
Yes.
That'll do it.
That is a hit. Location area 2 is center, torso, critical,
12.
complete destruction. That's it.
Oh my
The
god!
Euler just fucking
He just one-shot
explodes
it.
in one shot.
I don't know if it's one shot if you get it with the. I think it's only with like the head and.
Nope. I mean, literally says on level 12,
3
limb blown off,
critical hit.
gone. I guess I got to roll 3 criticals instead,
Head
but
limb
it's
blown
still going
off,
to be
roll
pretty
3
fucking
critical
bad.
hit locations.
Head limb blown off.
Yeah.
What does that
So
even
if
mean?
it,
I
if it
mean, if
hit
it
the
hits
head
the
or
arm, the
limb,
arm's gone. If it
it's
hits the head,
automatically
head is
gone.
definitely
First hit
gone.
is a heat sink.
So you can essentially take out an arm.
Second
in one
hit
shot if
is
you-
heat sink.
Damn it.
fine. Let's keep.
Third
that
hit
then.
is 3/3 is a XL fusion engine.
So,
There's
if
something.
Toasty.
we
How
hit
much damage
2
is that?
heat
Is it
sinks?
8 damage center
8.
torso?
8.
You nearly strip away the center torso armor and fucking wreck the inside of this mech real bad.
So this is
Do we hit
because
2
heavily
heat
armored,
sinks?
is it?
So it's not dead.
It's not dead.
Oh, okay. Bummer.
I mean, no, that's still a good hit.
Let's see. What's the saying of one of the greatest movies of all time? Keep firing, assholes.
Yeah. So now you need a 9 to hit.
All right. 9.
I fucking love Spaceballs.
Nope.
No,
That's not a 9.
I mean,
All
the
right.
first hit was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
So now it's time for the revenge.
I'm
The
orienting myself to this new mech.
Kit Fox is going to fire first. It's going to alpha strike with everything it's got. So how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes.
He has cover.
Probably gonna real good shot. So that's medium range and medium range. It starts at a 3. 1 for walking. How far did you move?
I
It
moved
was
6.
6.
6
so it's plus
hexes.
2.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. Medium is going to make it 8.
Don't I have cover here or partial cover?
No, he's on a different level.
No, because he's on the level above
Oh,
you. So in
yeah,
order
yeah,
to
yeah.
see him, you have to pop up, basically.
Gotcha.
And I need 8, 8, and 8. I'm firing Gauss rifle first. That is a 7, so that's a miss. So here's what happens.
I don't know what a Gauss rifle is, but it
This
sounds.
this thing
giant
clears
slug
it
on a-
clears the side and turns
Oh.
towards you, and there's this gigantic fucking rifle that takes up its entire arm, and it fires something the size of a cantaloupe at you at several times the speed of sound. It nicks your mech, right, and you hear like a clanging noise, and it's like some fucking movie bullshit. As this projectile's flying through the air, swoosh, there's this huge fucking plume of snow everywhere.
Rad,
My God.
a Gauss rifle is basically a souped-up rail gun.
Yeah, it's a super railgun.
That's exactly what it is. It's a railgun.
That is a miss
it's a
on
stupid
ER
railgun.
large laser or medium laser 1, and that is a miss as well. The Kit Fox misses with everything.
Not a very good pilot.
However,
This agile new mech that I'm in, I do miss my crab though. I can't ever.
the Mad
Can't
Cat is going
I
to
miss that crab,
fire
too.
on.
Hell, if I freaking
I don't know if it can.
headshot the cockpit from the Timberwolf.
I don't think it can, but can it see anybody? Oh, it can definitely see the Panther. I mean, the Panther's just standing in the open. All right. Oh shit! I actually didn't fire with the Panther. I need to do that first. I need to
Yeah.
fire with the Panther.
Should I roll for you?
No, I'm
No,
good.
that's it.
I think you can only hit with the PPC. So let's just go ahead and try that. It's
medium
gonna be
range
like
shot.
long range, right, from back there.
No, I think it's medium.
Which one's he shooting at?
To which
He's
target?
shooting at the Euler, the Kit
Yeah,
Fox.
it's medium range because it's 11 spaces.
11
Alright.
spaces.
Yeah, it's wooden.
That is a hit. Location area 9 is not the center torso. It's the left leg. 410.
Damn it.
Almost knocks
Sorry
out that
for
leg
party
probably.
rockin'. Is that a critical? Because that hit the internals.
That is not.
Okay.
So I need to hit 12s on everything on location to freaking headshot something.
This guy's gonna fire 2 LRM 20s, 2 ER large lasers, and 2 medium laser ERs.
Fucking scary shit.
I mean, Haller could conceivably die right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, that makes
Just to
things a little bit
reiterate,
harder.
the weapons that you're firing.
Medium, long. Okay, he starts at 2 because he's a blood-named clan warrior. 1 for kicking up into walk speed, and he jumped 4, so 2. So plus 3 is 5. The medium will make it 7, and long will make it 9.
Oh God.
Please get
So
scores.
we're gonna open with 2 LRM 20s.
This is why we wanted you in a medium mech.
I mean, shooting at the Panther. That is a miss with the 3, and that is a
That'll
hit. Location area 6, cluster of 7. Right torso, and 12 hits. So 5 to the Panther's right torso to
Holy
start
shit,
with.
he's firing an LRM 20?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's
2
right.
of them.
2 of them.
Sid, it's clans.
Yeah.
Clan.
Is this like our arrows will blot out the sun kind of
Yes,
situation happening
there's
here?
40 LRMs going down. Location area 7 is center torso for 5.
Thank
Neat.
God, I still had armor on that.
And then 2 more take area 6, which I think is right torso again.
Is everything
Yep.
repaired, by the way?
Yeah,
Yes.
the armor got repaired.
Oh, thank God.
All right, next up, large laser ERs.
God.
He still only needs 7s on these. 2
Please.
of them.
Nope.
That's a 6, so that's a miss. And that is
That's a
definitely a
hit.
hit. Area 8 is the left torso.
And we've lost Rad again.
Yes, we did. ER large laser damage is 10,
Sorry for the sniffles.
which
I need to
completely
get that
opens
mic.
up the left torso
That is a crit, too.
and forces him to, well, it didn't deal any internal damage, and he needs to make a
Okay.
piloting roll to stay standing. He succeeds.
So, well, Rad.
Yes, you guys can see the weapons and the mech sheets, and they cannot.
Mhm.
So, here's a quick question.
Yes, you have a
about
question.
Rad. we talked about this last week, the administration thing. So
That is a miss. And that is also a miss.
am I going to be the XO since I've got higher administration than the Baron?
Probably not.
12 plus 24 is 36 plus
Welcome back, Rad.
10 is
We'll figure that out after we lose
46
half the party after
heat.
this.
Yeah.
46.
You
yeah, that
can't
sounds right.
exo if you're dead.
46 heat?
So he builds 12 points of heat this round.
Oh.
Double
There's
heat
a
sinks, man.
lot.
The
Yeah.
Euler takes
Double
plus
dollars.
5 heat and minus 2 to his dissipation rate. So his actual dissipation rate is now 13, which means he takes none. He completely dissipates everything.
Jesus Christ.
Do I have to roll for ammo explosion? Nope, I just have minus move, minus to hit. That's it. And that is the end of the round for us. Let us recall our dice, my friends. We are deep into needing to take our mid break. With a surprising critical torso shot, this Euler is in dire straits. But the next round of combat, we'll see many combatants opened up and possibly in a position to die horribly. Our Panther friend, Howler, is missing a lot of armor off of his torso and could conceivably die from literally any hit. So, join us in the second half of this episode.
Chipotle.
We'll be back in about 8 minutes. No, fuck. Listen, unless you get me that Chipotle dollar, Sid, you need to stop talking about them. I want sponsorship or nothing. That's all I'm asking for, bud.
Yeah, I've never had a Chipotle.
Well, you live in Britain, so
We have
They don't.
Chipotle.
We don't have any over here either. So
We have
Fuck off.
Chipotle in the
All
UK.
right,
we have Taco Hell.
stop
We have Taco
stop
Bell.
talking about them. I want a sponsorship, or we're not discussing it.